Hi everyone. So first step would definitely be setting up your branding, making sure that your account defaults are correct. So make sure that you go to settings, account defaults, and then under branding, you can go ahead and put in your kind of logo. Make sure that you have everything set up here. You just have to upload it if it doesn't exist already, and that is all. And then you can put your favicons, colors, things like that. All of it can sit inside HubSpot. And once you have your branding colors correctly set up, everything like landing pages, emails, and things like that are all going to be correctly adjusted to your colors. So that's pretty cool. And then you can also generate your branding voice right from HubSpot, and then it can be used to like podcasts and things like that. Another cool thing is making sure that you set up your user defaults, like making sure the language that you want, the font of your emails, and if you have teams that are working in customer service, you can also enable capacity limits on how many tickets and things like that they can handle. Plus, you can also have, of course, under the general settings, you make sure your time zone is correct, how you do like your physical uh, year to look like, and then your company details and things like that. That's the first step. Make sure you put everything in there before you start. Step two would be, of course, setting up lifecycle stages. So you just need to go to settings, make sure that you go to the object. So especially in contacts and companies, we have the lifecycle stages. There's two ways of setting up HubSpot lifecycle stages. One is the default one, is where it sets a new contact or company whenever they add it to HubSpot to lead or whatever we would like. It can be subscriber directly in MQL if you know everybody's in MQL and so on. It automatically sets the lifecycle stage as well to an opportunity when the deal is created that's associated with that contact. And last but not least is when a deal is closed won, which is great, it automatically sets the lifecycle stage of the contact into customer. If we don't want to do that, which I prefer, is turning these off, save, and then go and do it with automations and custom workflows. So let's see how that works. Technically, whenever a new lead gets created or a form gets submitted, we automatically can set the lifecycle stage to lead. You can do that with workflows very easily. And then if you would like to do the same for marketing qualified, sales qualified based on different criterias, you can do that. So what's the benefit of this is making sure that you're getting the conversion rates right from subscriber to lead to marketing qualified, and your entire funnel is being built correctly. Last but not least, make sure that you are correctly naming your um, workflow, and that's it. So you can also use the generate AI description, which is pretty amazing, and then you can just go ahead and do it. What I prefer in HubSpot is also we do naming conversions with numbers, and based on the object we are targeting, we do it this way, and that keeps things super clean. Cool. That's step two. Never forget the lifecycle stages. Step three, of course, would be setting up core properties. So let's say on the contact property, on the deal property, based on your HubSpot has a great default properties like annual revenue, average page views, and things like that that are built in that come in direct. But specifically things like in your business that need to happen, you will add them yourself. So that's what we do. We'll say services required. We create either depending on the field type, it can be single line text, multi-line text, rich text, phone number, and you name it. It can be calculation property. Let's do a drop-down select. So let's say we create those, revenue operations, HubSpot onboarding, and things like that. So it can be every single service that you have, and then we put it specifically on the view of the contact. And after we create it, that's it. And then we can also add, let's say, clause lost reason that we can create on the deal level. For example, if I go to the deal properties and then create clause lost reason as a dropdown, because HubSpot default has it as a single text, so we want to have the dropdown option, of course, because we want to report on it later instead of single line text. So that's smart to do. It can be because of, let's say, budget, timing, uh, project priority, things like that. And then you can have a whole report and based on that nurture people, and how you can also add these into your view. You can either go to a contact or a company, and based on those, you can just go ahead and adjust the view. So if I want to add the properties that I added, let's say the services required, as well as the closed loss reason, that all can be added in here. On the contact level, we already have the services required. I can update it, and that's it. It takes 1 minute to update all this for you. So make sure that you use the custom properties, because it makes your life easier and adjusted specifically for your business. And you can have various things added right inside your HubSpot portal. Please make sure you use that as well. So that's step 3. So step 4 is definitely going into the piece of importing your database, of course. So next, we're going to look at how to import data. Is super easy. So if you go to import and exports, and then if you want to go to an import and import a file, you can go ahead and choose start an import, select the property that you want to import next, and then from here, download an example. Best is to open this example and get started with a template from HubSpot. So what that's going to look like is definitely, and that's it. You already have the template and how to import contacts. So this is the email of the contact, the first name, the last name, and things like that. So as long as you import these correctly, you're good to go. It will go ahead and create the contact and clean it up for you. Once you finalize the piece, you can just go ahead and click here, and then make sure that you're either creating and updating contact, or if you already have the contacts in there, you can match them with the email. That's it. And then you can go ahead, match this, and then just go ahead and import them, create a list so you make sure that you know that this is the new import, and that's it. All your database is going to be added into HubSpot. That's step 4. Thank you. Next are integrations. So easy as integrations are, they serve a lot of good purposes. For example, in the marketplace, there's more than 1900 apps. So from Stripe, Zoom, Gmail, Slack to Outlook, you can connect all, and all your emails can log automatically into HubSpot, and it takes absolutely a couple of seconds. So that's all you need to do, and it's then connected. So once you're connected, all your emails are going to be logged under the contact or the company that you're reaching out under the email feature. You're going to see them all in here. Very easy, very swift, and that's it. And then you can also email people directly from HubSpot, the CRM. So super easy. You can connect your Slack and other things like Teams and get notified when a deal closes wins. You can sign your documents through DocuSign, all of it through HubSpot without the need to go into any of these apps. Do it directly from HubSpot. So step 6 is absolutely, of course, setting up your deals pipeline. You can customize your deal pipeline to be looking something like this. It can have different stages, different priorities, different percentages of what happens, what not. If you want to move a deal from one stage to the other, have pop-ups like this when you want to enrich it. And setting up pipelines is as easy on clicking deals pipelines in the settings and changing the names like this, qualified, and anything you want. And then you can put pipeline rules. All of it can sit here, like don't skip stages, where people can access and edit things, add approvals to your deals. All of it happens here. Choose the probability for your reporting, and all of it can sit here. And always remember to put the closed loss reason as a drop down for this to appear right here. And then with statistics and with automations, you can nurture people based on the closed loss reason. So those are all very good things, and you can put your pipeline in a couple of seconds and create it from scratch, manage it, delete it, all of it from here. And you can create a pipeline as easy as this. And then once you have it, it comes with the default stages. You can go ahead and change it as well. Last but not least, of course, is setting up automations for the CRM to work with you. You can start with very simple workflows like just notifying the team whenever a new customer comes with lead nurturing based on lead scores, for example. Whenever a form is submitted and you have a lead score of less than 50, nurture that lead. If you have a score more than 50, book a demo directly. That's one quick workflow. Another quick workflow that we can build initially is, of course, deal routing. Whenever a form is, for example, submitted, any specific form or uh, any form we want, you can go ahead and set that up as a trigger. And then next would be setting up an action, would be just rotating the record, the contact owner between teams or contacts specifically. So let's rotate this equally between sales teams, and that's it. You are going to be rotating the team, the lead between sales team members. Another, of course, important thing is also send a notification via Slack or via HubSpot, right inside HubSpot. Send notification via email and things like that to the contact owner. That you can just say contact owner and you lead first name as the custom property and then last name as the heads up. And then you can just use this in the body. Heads up, please reach out ASAP. And that's it. And then you can also create a task if nobody touched it. If the activity is less than 2 days, you can just put a task as well. Create a task, and then a task will be created. Reach out to first name and last name. And technically that's it. So you can just say new form submission from first name, last name. And that's it. So you just assigned a task specifically to the deal owner, the contact owner, I'm sorry, review and publish it, and it can just be out on from that. And that takes a couple of seconds and saves so much time. Thank you, everyone. That was the 7 steps. And that's your essential HubSpot CRM setup. No fluff, just a blueprint we use with real startups. Whether you're starting fresh or fixing messy setup, this is your step-by-step guide on starting point. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want a walkthrough of workflows next. See you next.